everybody. I don't know if you guys can, probably you can hear me, but I'm back in 9870 windrower where hopefully this is the last day cutting hay. Well, we're gonna try to make it the last day here. We're gonna probably 14-hour shift if we can. So it was wet this morning and my wife went back to Kansas, so I wasn't here bright and early. But we'll probably be done here about midnight. We'll see how it goes. Midnight Texas time anyway. I don't know. Unless we get a big rainstorm. We've got rain starting to happen everywhere. I was just gonna kind of go over a review of this machine so far. I haven't got to run the merger yet. We tried it on this stuff, and there's just too much hay. I mean, there's not enough space in there to run the merger, and then it was too wet. But I've got to cut some alfalfa at home, and I'll run the merger on that. I love having a merger on alfalfa. That is fantastic. But I also grind my hay and for cow hay, so it's not the quickest dry down, but it's nice. I like having the merger for alfalfa because I don't have to go back in the field with a rake. The one thing, so I was kind of concerned that maybe they didn't send me the right machine because the discrepancy on the hours from what they had said. I guess, it had 790 hours on it, but they had rented it out a couple times. So the machine, currently, I've been running it for a couple days, but it had just a little over 800 hours on it when I got the machine, and 200 cutter bar hours. So, that's, for what I'm paying for the machine, that's a pretty amazing price. Really, it I know it's not brand new, but you can't beat 200 hours on a cutter bar unless you pretty much buy a new machine. And you can probably find a machine with 100 hours on the cutter bar, but it's going to cost what a new machine costs. It's just it's ridiculous what these things do cost. This machine, if I were to go buy this machine brand new, it would, and we talked about it, the base model machine would be $168,000. Another $6,000 for the GPS on it. So you're running $174,000, and then a new merger for this thing installed is $17,000, and that's not the tripler, that's just the double windrow. So you're $181,000 already. That's pretty tough. That's a lot of money. So this machine's got 800 hours, the tractor's got 800 hours, and the cutter bar has 200 hours on it. I think it has 220 today on it, but and I probably shouldn't tell you what I paid for it, but I really don't care. So I don't have that many trolls yet, so I don't have the West Pandy issue where everyone thinks I'm bragging about what it cost. I paid $125 for this machine. Traded my other one off for like 68 or something like that. And my payment was $12,000 on my old machine, so I told them that the only way I'd do the deal is if I made if my down payment was $12,000. And I just plugged the header up. So This stuff is so thick, you can plug the header up. Come on. Alright, I gotta pause you. Alright, so I gotta go get a pipe. It's I keep getting a plug in this machine, like right on the very corner. I don't know why it's doing that, but it just seems to be having lots of fun in that one spot, and it's done it to me a couple times now. This stuff is just so thick. And what it is, I know what it is. So when I'm coming around, I'm coming around the circle like this. On this side, on one side, there's the hay's laying down, and we've been having trouble with this. There's so much feed that it all of a sudden will send a ball into the machine off one side or the other from where it's been laying over, and once it hits those conditioners, it just, that's it. Real pain. But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with the machine. There is one part on the cutter bar I have an issue with. It's I got a bearing holder that's cracked, and it's just a little flange. I already got the part ordered for it. Actually, it's in at the dealer. I just need to go get it. But I think that needs to be fixed, and man, what? The belt on this thing has got a crack in it. That drives the gearbox for the conditioners. Oh, I got a bunch of pigweed in this field, and it drives me to the wall. It's just like crazy. But that's really, I have a belt for the machine. At least I hope they didn't change the length on it. They should have. But I've got a header drive belt, so I can make that work. Oh, dirty. I don't know if you can see it. A little rough, but anyways, so that's what's going on there. I've got one flanker that doesn't work, and yeah, so far it's doing a good job. You know, it's not going to be easy to pay for, that's for sure. That's the sucky part of the whole deal. It's not going to be easy to pay for, but yeah, well, there's your update, I guess.